Oh, good afternoon, good morning, whatever. Today we're going to change out these Harley Davidson grips. In time, you'll start to see that I'm going with the brown for a lot of the accessories. Today, right now, we're going to do the brown band hand grips, and we'll see on how this treats us. We're going to start with the easy side first, which is the clutch side. Going to loosen up these two little bolts here. I guess they're not really bolts. It'd be the little star bits that opens up the perch. It's nicer when I have someone that's helping me, but today's my day off, and I, for whatever reason, like to take care of things, do things pretty quickly. Definitely when I get a package in the mail. This should be, this side at least, be the easier side. I'm excited, mainly because we bought this bike just over a year ago, and we bought it so therefore she could learn on how to ride. And she's done quite well, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be taking over this bike again and doing what I'm doing. Of course, it's going to give me hell, and I just want to be able to make things go smooth. I didn't think I'd have to take everything apart. I thought it was easy enough where you can just kind of maneuver through. All right, there's the one piece gone. Let's grab this piece. So it does look like I will no longer have this metal piece into the actual clamp, which is all right. Just go ahead and kind of tighten everything down semi-snug. Of course, it's all about lining it all back up. I don't know about you guys, but when things go back together with ease, it definitely helps. Again, like I said, I'm just gonna snug everything back up and get it all relatively close to where it should be. And then of course I can, kind of like fine tune. Unless you do this and every day, you're really not gonna have just the best area. Kind of pushing with my chest to get as close as possible, so if I don't see this gap like I had seen before. Of course, you don't want to over torque it. You just want to snug like a bug in a rug. As long as my clutch still works, I'm good. So now I can go ahead and use the supplied Allen that Vans sent me. I guess it wouldn't really been Vans, it would have been JMP Cycles. So you don't want it loose. Still got a little bit of a looseness to there. I mean, I could have maybe done a little bit of glue in there. Back in the day when I used to mess with my Honda, I would use hairspray, and it worked out pretty good. Fun fact, I know the guy that he had some loose hand grips, and even when we went to Sturgis, they were still loose, and I questioned him why. He said, I just haven't had time yet. Now let's go on to the other side. All right, so I saved the best for last. I got to take off the throttle side. This is always the more difficult one. I say that just because you're dealing with the push-pull throttle cable. Let me try to open this up and have my my partner in crime holding and making sure that things don't fly everywhere. Of course, they wouldn't really fly, but they could fall, and yeah, we just don't want them to fall. We want them to stay as clean, as neat as possible. As I take off the brake side first. So now he's able to let that go. know what I was just thinking is I should probably loosen up the mounting points on these vans. I know they are a little bit loose already as I was playing with them, just to kind of see on how this whole mechanism was going to work out. So that's all nice and loose. So now this next part is I'm hoping that I don't lose the ability to keep the throttle cables off its track. I know that I should probably loosen the throttle cables, but we'll see if I can make this all work out. Yep. It's not really letting me just slide it off, because my thought process was if I can get this off, I can get the throttle. Oh man, that's tight. Scary shit, scary shit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen the top of my cover there, and hopefully I can move the bars down and I won't have to move so much and push and pull. All right, so we're back at it. I want to see if I can get this off. Yep, just exactly the way I wanted it. I'm gonna have him hold on to that for a moment while I think about how we're gonna do this. So as you see, I loosened up the top tree, so therefore I could go ahead and adjust this. So now what I do is I get it back into somewhat of how the bar sat, and hope that I have done what I needed to do. These thrash and supply have definitely been a pain in my you know what. All right, so I still got that movement there, so that's always good. I think there's a comment or a statement that says, where there's a will, there's a way. And that's one of those situations of where, hey, I knew that if I loosen this up a little bit, then I should have been able to get the throttle side to respond the way I wanted it to. And I feel like I achieved that. So now we've got to get this brake side all situated. The one thing that I tell everybody is to be patient, so therefore you don't make a mistake and over torque something or not have it set up correctly. This right here gave me a hard time with trying to get this to sit in there right. So here I'm just wiggling it back and forth, kind of hoping that I do not hit that brake, or the front brake button there. I've never had a situation of where I jacked myself up and broke off that button, but I do feel that it could happen quite easily, and that's what I just do not want to do.
I've had some pretty good luck with being able to get everything to line up before. I've done things like this quite a few times. So I try to keep everything as loose as possible until I can get that confidence of saying, yep, we're good to go with tightening it all back down. So here I'm just putting the screws back in an approximate location. So yes, you know, it can kind of be a little free. I don't like the way that just felt. Hopefully it did not just jinx myself. So I'm closing that back up. Let me see if I've got a brake light. Yep, still got the brake light. So we can turn that back off. I can realign here. So therefore I can close up that gap, maybe. Oh, there we go. I think. Got good response. Go ahead and tighten this up or snug it up, whatever you want to call it. Just remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Should save you a lot of heartache. The other thing that came into the mail today was the replacement longer brake, front brake control. Got response. Let me go ahead and turn it on. Am I in neutral? I want to make sure I'm in neutral. I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the actual throttle cable housing, because of course you don't want nothing loose.